inside your rig. You're going to place your right forearm on, so you want this elbow at 90 degrees. Okay, so 90 degrees at the elbow. We're going to get thumbs up toward the ceiling. And from here, we're just going to gently lean forward until we feel that stretch running down the bicep and into the pec. Okay, we're going to hold for roughly about 60 seconds. And just breathe in nice deep breaths into the nose. And that nice long exhale to allow you to deepen the stretch. So today we're starting from the upper body and working our way down. We'll have some banded stretches, some weighted stretches, and some partner assisted stretches. Just continue with deep breaths, final few seconds on this side. Got the heat blasting there, so if you feel it gets too warm, girls, just let me know. Okay, release that out. So we're going to switch sides, so same on the opposite side. So you're just blocking that forearm, thumbs up toward the ceiling, just that gentle lean forward. You're trying to get the line of the shoulder just beyond the line of the rig. So all the stretches today, we try and keep them, as functional as possible and in regards to the program. So a lot of these stretches you'll find will help you with the weighted exercises when it comes to the programming. The yoga stretches can sometimes be a wee bit deeper, but more focused on the lower body, whereas we're getting the nice upper body movements in here as well, and the banded exercises will allow you to get a wee bit more from those stretches. Okay, gently release that out. Okay, so we're going to go to a partner stretch now. So we're going to get a Swiss ball. So a 65 centimeter Swiss ball. Karen and Shannon, see that black one beside the TV? You're going to be using that one. And Katie and Lisa, if you go for, see this middle green one there? See that middle one? Yeah, perfect. And Karen, just for the video, I'm going to get your hurl done nice and all. If we can get the Swiss ball there for me as well, just bring that over. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate this movement first, and then you can move into that partner stretch. You sit down facing Shannon for me. Okay, so you're going to bring the elbows to 90 degrees, so like a scarecrow. Yeah, there we are. Okay, so you get your partner in that position. You'll push the Swiss ball in to the backs of the shoulders. You're going to hold on to the forearms and gently pull them into the pec stretch. Now you got to tell me when you're at the edge of your stretch, Karen. Whoa, okay, there, okay, and then you'll hold that position for about a minute to a minute and 30 seconds. So what you can do is perform a wee bit of PNF stretching, but I'll talk you through that as we go. So Karen would resist against the stretch for 10 seconds, then she would relax, and I'd be able to pull her a wee bit deeper into that stretch, okay? So we'll try that first of all for me. So if you stretch out Shannon first, so if you just get that kettlebell off the bench there. Okay, band off. So if you sit facing this back wall, okay, get your partner to sit down. Okay, you want to get the elbows in line with the shoulders, and palms facing the wall. Maybe you're all right. You got that. So you might have to find a good bit of resistance there. So even a smaller Swiss ball. Yeah. So if you hold here, just the forearms, and then pull back. Yeah. Try this one. The ball's a wee bit smaller, so you should be able to get a wee bit of a better grip, and it's the forearms there. So that's it. And then nice and the forearms, and pull tight. Don't be afraid to apply that resistance. Not yet, not yet. Try and go with the ball just a wee bit higher on her back, so just a wee bit higher with the ball, and then push that in, and then bring her into the stretch. So just be careful when you're pulling it. Yeah. Okay, we're going to continue for a further 20 seconds. Final 10. It's not nice, this one is a fairly deep stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and gently release that off. Okay, you're going to switch with your partner. Okay, so your partner will come down to the seated position. You'll find that 90-degree angle at the elbow, so the palms facing the wall. You'll push the Swiss ball. That's it, to the backs of the shoulders, and you will pull tight if you can reach. If I need to get you a smaller ball, I will. That's it. So just keep that tension there. So again, we're working for about a minute and 30 seconds. Is that you, Lisa? Yeah? Cross the pecs, yeah. So we're starting off with the pecs, then we're going to move to the back to the shoulders, and then gradually work our way down. So a wee bit more of our upper body stretching today. So last Tuesday was more lower body focused. Okay, we're going to work for a further 30 seconds there. That'll do us, just gently release that out. So that's the only upper body partner stretch. There's loads of different upper body partner stretches you can do. As we go through the weeks, I'll be showing you some of them, and then even with your partner at home if you want to give them a go. So right now we're going to go for our banded tricep lat stretch. You get a wee bit of shoulders in this one as well. So you have the purple band. Everyone has a purple band at your station. You're going to hook that purple band to the top of your rig, just to the right of your rig there, Shannon. So at least you want me to get that for you? Got it? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to go tricep. So the middle of your tricep on top of the band. You're going to go palm to the band. Tricep palm. And you'll face me if we can. Yeah. You're going to walk forward and get that elbow nice and high. So you want to finish with the bicep almost beside the ear, and you're going to have that gentle lean forward. Okay, from there you should feel the squeeze through the back of the shoulder. You'll feel the release through the tricep and the opening out of the lats. And you said you're just slightly smaller, so you're probably losing that stretch. So you're going to go wrist in, that round, and then just go hand right up above the head. Okay. That's it, girls. So again, tricep on. Palm, walk forward, and we're going to continue for a further 40 seconds. So really try and work that bicep to the ear. And if you want more from the back of the shoulder, if you push the palm toward the ceiling, resist against that band. Three, 2, 1. Gently release. Okay, everyone same on the opposite side. So tricep in, middle of the tricep contacts the band. Palm faces forward. You walk yourself out. Elbow nice and high. Bicep beside the ear. A gentle lean. And push the palm upward against that band. Breathing can really help you deepen the stretches. So if we take a big deep breath in, at the end range of that breath, you just hold. Long, slow exhale, and just relax into the stretch as you slowly exhale. And you'll feel the stretch moving from the backs of the shoulders more towards the lats. Great job. Gentle release. So we're going to go to our lat stretch now. So we're keeping the band in the same position. We're going to set our wrist in, give the thumbs up to the wall, hook the thumb round, and we'll step back. So I'll demo this movement first. You'll hinge forward from the hips until the shoulders are parallel. Okay, from here, my right arm is connected to the band. I'm going to rotate to the left side of the room. So I'm trying to drive that rib cage down towards the floor. So again, once I get that lat stretch, to deepen the stretch, I rotate away from the bicep, okay, and you'll feel a much greater stretch running down the right side of your body, or whatever side you're on. So we'll start off on the right side. So again, we set the right wrist in, thumbs up to the back wall, okay, wrap the thumb around and grasp onto the band. That's it. You'll need to move that bench out of your road, Shannon. Just like turn that bench side on. That's it, yeah, just enough room to step back. Okay, so you step yourself back until you feel the band pulling you back in. You'll hinge forward from the hips until your shoulders are parallel to the floor. And then from here, before you rotate, I want you to get the knuckle as far forward as you can to start to find the lat. Okay, so the shoulders are parallel to the floor. Don't resist against that band. Just relax, push the knuckles forward. From there, once you've extended the arm out as far as it can go, we rotate. So if that band is connected to the right wrist, we rotate to the left side. So you're rotating away from the bicep. Okay, and again, relax, drive that knuckle forward, and you're really should feel the stretch running down the right side of your body. Almost just underneath the armpit there, you should feel that. So if you're feeling any sort of pressure through the lower back, on the rotation, just push that right knee forward and lock out the left leg. Okay, going to hold for a further 20 seconds. Gently release that out. So we're just swapping hands. So left wrist in, thumbs up to the back wall. Wrap the thumb round, grasp on. Step back until you feel the band pulling you back in. Hinge forward from the hips until the shoulders are parallel to the floor. Okay, from here, drive the knuckle to the back wall. We slowly rotate. This time, again, we're rotating away from the bicep. So we rotate to face the right side of the room. We're letting that left arm extend as far as it goes. And we're pushing the left side of our body towards the floor. And again, if you're keeping those legs locked out and you're trying to rotate, you'll be restricted. So if you push that left knee forward and lock out the right leg, that should help you get round and get more out of that lat. Gently release. Okay, so we're going to move from the lats to the mid-back now. So we're going to need our benches for our T-spine stretch. So if you just put your bench side on, okay, we're going to have a wee bit of space behind. Okay, from here, you're going to place the elbows on the edge of the bench. You're going to bring the hands together. You're going to drive your forehead and chest as close to the floor as you can. In this position, we're trying to get the chest as low as we can to feel the squeeze through the backs of the shoulders. It's really just in between the shoulder blades, working that T-spine, and we're going to settle in there for about 60 seconds. Really, again, working to get the head below the line of the bench. So right now you've got the hands clasped together. I'm sure for a lot of you the hands will be directly over the back of your head. If you think about, again, giving the thumbs up to the ceiling, bring the thumbs to the back of the neck and allow yourself to push deeper into that stretch. And you should feel that deep stretch running through the mid-back. There should be no rounding in the back whatsoever. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, just sort of gently release out of that stretch. So we're moving from the mid-back down towards the lower back now. So this area where we're working is really great for releasing out your lower back. So it's our quadratus lumborum stretch. So that connects the rib cage down towards the hip. Okay, so we're going to stand side on to our rig. So with our right side in line with the rig, if we do that now. So the right side of our body in line with the rig. So we're going to step the foot closest to the rig forward. Okay, we're going to step the foot furthest away from the rig to the base of the rig itself. Okay. We're going to bring the left arm over the top. Okay. We're going to kick the left hip out as far as it will go. Okay. And you'll create that nice arch position. Now I want you to try and get the rib cage as close to me as you can. And just play around with that position. Try and get that chest as open as possible. I'm going to work here for a further 30 seconds. And it's all in the hips here, just popping the hip out and just relaxing into it. So we don't want to be too tight to the upper body. We're just letting that upper body relax. A gentle release, and we're switching sides. So we're facing this back wall. We hold on to the rig. Foot closest to the rig, you want to step forward. Foot furthest away from the rig, you step in. Base of the foot in contact. Right arm over the top. Kick the right hip out to the side of the room. And again, we create that arched position. that hip pop out. We're getting that top arm round as far as we can. Really just think about opening out that chest. Okay, holding that stretch for a further 20 seconds. There, gently release that out. We're going to start to move now into the lower body. So we work from the pecs to the backs of the shoulders, we have mid-back and lower back. So we're going to hit our glutes now. So we have our elevated pigeon stretch. So we're going to use our benches. We're going to set them on incline to start. We'll go an incline of 2. You can do this elevated from a flat bench, but it's very advanced. So we're going to start with this incline. If you feel it's too intense, you'll just set the bench a wee bit higher to take off a bit of that angle and a bit of that pressure through the glute. So this is just really creating external rotation of the hip. And I'll demo the movement first of all, and then you can bring it in. So we have a nice gap in the bench here. So what we're going to do is set the side of the foot to the gap of the bench. We're going to set the outside of our shin in contact with the incline. Okay, we're going to adjust the back foot until you feel it's comfortable. We're then going to just hinge forward slightly. On that hinge, if you think about driving the outside of the knee to the bench, okay, and you'll feel that nice glute stretch. Now obviously if you wanted more there, if you can't feel the glute stretch, you'd simply just lower that incline slightly. Again, foot to the gap, outside of the shin in contact, and then that gentle lean forward. But we'll start off with 2 and we'll see how we get on today, and then possibly advance next week if you're here. So foot into that gap there, yeah. What is that? 2. Is it set on 2? Just if you look at the thing. Yeah. Yeah, just 1 down, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, foot to the side, yeah. And then plant the back toes, just that gentle hinge forward, and you should feel that stretch to the side of your glute. If you want more, just simply lower that incline. So we're going to hold for a further 40 seconds, just relaxing into that stretch. So again, in this position, if you wanted more without adjusting, if you think about just dropping that back knee closer to the floor, and you'll just feel yourself deep in that stretch. Keeping the weight on the front leg. Good stuff. Okay, release, you just spin the bench round to face the opposite direction. And repeat the same stretch on the opposite side. So outside of the foot to the gap, outside of the shin to the incline. Adjust the back foot to create that nice split stance. And it's just that gentle hinge forward. You might feel one side a wee bit tighter than the other. So again, you're just searching for that stretch. You can play around with the position of the back foot. You can move that back knee down and up. You control all these stretches. Just do whatever feels good for you. Gently release that out. So we're going to move to a weighted hamstring stretch. So we're going to set the bench flat. Right, cool. We're going to look to find 2 4 kg dumbbells. So 2 4 kg dumbbells. Okay, so we'll demo the movement first of all. So we're going to elevate that front leg. We're going to plant the heel of the front foot, the toes to face the ceiling, and we're going to gently hinge forward from the hips until you feel yourself at the edge of the stretch. Once we hit the end range of our stretch, we're going to work there for 60 seconds and then take it back to the top range. You'll have about 30 seconds of rest and then you'll switch sides. The weights will allow you to get deeper into the stretch. And again, if you feel like it gets too much for you, just find a wee bit of flexion on that front knee, take the stretch away, and then when you're ready, come back in. Okay, so I'll say start on the left side. So if you elevate that left leg, you plant the heel to the floor, toes to the ceiling. Okay, hands either side of that leading leg. Just take a breath in. A gentle hinge forward from the hips till you reach the edge of your range. Okay, once you feel that intense stretch, just hold. Okay, long, slow exhale. So there can be just a wee bit of rounding through the upper back here. Just relaxing that upper body. Okay, gently release. Okay, just shaking that out. We're going to switch sides. Just feel the jelly legs if you got deep enough into that stretch. We're going to go heels to the bench, toes to the ceiling, hands either side, and that gentle hinge. So take it to the end of your range. Okay, you'll find the longer you hold the stretch, you should be able to, with breathing, gradually get deeper. Job. Just gently bringing it up to the top position. If we just go dumbbells back into their holders for me. We're going to move now into the front of our thighs, or quads. Just pull the bench toward the rig, side on. The bench pulled towards the rig, side on. And you want to just set the mat down underneath the bench. So your station should look like this. So you got your bench side on across the rig, and you've got your mat in between. Good stuff. Okay. So from here, we'll bring the back knee down to the floor, almost like a sprint start position. So we'll go, we'll go right foot forward, left knee down. Just think of that sprint start position. We want to bring the shoelaces of the left foot to the top of our bench. We then go left knee
to the mat. Shoelaces of the left foot to the edge of the bench, and then left knee to the mat. Okay, from there, slowly get yourself to that nice tall position. Okay, adjust the position of the front foot if needs be. Okay. Oh, take your time, no rush. So try it one more time. If you find it's too difficult or the bench is too high, we'll go for a lying quad stretch. Okay, from there, once you find that position, I want you to push the hips as far forward as you can. And you should feel that deep stretch running from the knee all the way up to the hip flexors. That's the one, that's it. So if you're struggling to get into that position, you just be in the side lying and just collect that top leg. Okay, if you're struggling to get into your kite stretch. So it's the key point is to get the hips as far forward as you can. Just let the knee glide over the second and third toe of the front foot, and it is a fairly deep quad stretch. Okay, gently release that out. So we go palms to the floor. Just release that back foot. We switch. So if you think of that sprint start position with the left foot forward, we go shoelaces of the right foot. We lift the hips up. Shoelaces of the right foot to the edge of the bench, and the right knee is down. We then slowly bring ourselves to that half kneeling position. Yeah. And then once you're there, just kicking that hip forward. Find that deep stretch running down the front of the thigh. Again, feel free to take control of the movement. You can move that front knee back and forth, the hips back and forth, just whatever feels good for you. If you just prefer holding that end range instead of static, that's fine as well. Stretches like this is going to help you with the depth of your squat. It's going to help with any knee problems you may have. Okay, gently release that out. So what we want to do now is just move the bench out of the road. Okay, that's the last time you're not going to need the bench today. Yeah, even just towards the back corner, you know. Okay, so we're going to wrap the purple band round the rig about knee height. So wrap that purple band around the rig about knee height. Girls, that's it. So you want to line the mat up with the rig itself. So I'm going to demonstrate two options. Now if you find the banded option that we're going to do a wee bit too easy, you can go for the advanced option. Okay, so the harder option, you're going to plant the toes to the floor. You're going to gently lean back. If you can, set the fingertips down, and then the hips go through. Okay, great stretch in the feet as well as engaging the quads. So that nice release of the quads. If you want to tilt the head back, that's fine as well. The option we're going to be doing here, we're going to have band assisted with this stretch. So again, we're going to plant the toes of the feet. We're going to move ourselves back slightly. Okay, we're going to lean back until we feel the stretch through the quads, and we're going to hold that position for in and around 40 seconds. Again, great stretch for knee health. So we'll give this one a go. So again, just holding the band like you're, I don't know, riding a horse, we'll say. You'll plant the toes. Okay, you keep the elbows to the rib cage. You'll lean back, okay, until you can feel the stretch through the front of the thighs. Okay, so we're starting the 40-second hold now. Really digging the toes into the floor so those toes are active, and you're pushing those hips through. So try not to rest the glutes on top of the heels. The hips are pushed forward. We're going to hold this position for a further 20 seconds. Okay, gently release. From here, we continue to face into the rig. We're going to stand up. I'm going to step into the band, inside the band itself with the right leg. Okay, so step in with the right leg. So we're moving from the front of the thighs to the hips. See, we bring the band itself just to the bottom of the glute, so nice and high up the back of the leg. We step ourselves back until we feel the resistance of the band, until we feel that band pulling ourselves back in towards the rig. You're really going to drive that right knee to the mat and hold on to the band, like squeeze that band with your right hand. So the right knee sets down to the mat. That's it, that's the one. Okay, from there, you're going to drive that left knee as far forward as you can. And make sure the band's nice and high up the back half of your leg, and this will pull you deeper into that hip flexor stretch. If you feel that is uncomfortable, just readjust that position of the band. Knee goes down, and again that left knee as far forward as you can. And again, the key is not resisting against the band, just letting it pull you deep into that stretch. Okay, gently release, hold the band, slowly stand up, let it pull you back to the standing position. Step out with the right leg, step in with the left. High up the back of the left leg. Slowly step back until you feel the band pulling you in towards the rig. Plant the right foot flat on the floor as a good base. You drive that left knee down, working against that resistance. Once you're in that half kneeling position, adjust wherever you feel comfortable. And then from there, you're just pushing that front knee as far forward as you can, keeping the chest tall, just popping those hips out.
And not contracting that front thigh, let the knee drop. Okay, squeeze the band, slowly bring it to the top position. I'm going to step out with the left leg, step in with the right, and this time you're going to turn to face me. So we're going to go high up the inner thigh, like you're giving yourself a wedgie. You're going to step forward. Again, you're going to feel the band try to pull you back towards the rig, and we're on all fours there. So I feel that band wanting to pull me back. I'm resisting against it. I'm just going to bring my front leg, my front shin to a bit of an angle. Not too much, just a bit of an angle. It should now be in front of my left leg. You're right, yeah, the leg that's attached to the band, that's the one that comes forward. That's perfect. Okay. From there, just allow that right hip to sit down and back. And you should just feel the flossing of the hips. Now, if you can't feel the stretch through the side of the hip, this is our hip capsule, I want you to create more of an angle with that front foot so we can feel that stretch. The more of an angle we can create, the more external rotation you will find through that hip, and you should be working to keep the outside of the knee in contact with the floor. So you can see my front knee is essentially at 90 degrees. Okay, gently plant the toes of the back foot, lift the hips up, create space to slide that front leg out. We slowly stand it up, and we're going to switch sides. Step out with the right, step in with the left. Again, giving yourself a bit of a wedgie. We go down to all fours until we feel the band pull us back. So first of all, you just create that soft angle just to find that position. So you're just lifting that right knee up to create space, to create that angle with the leading leg. Now once you're there, if you don't feel the stretch to the side of the hip, set the back knee down, pull that front foot forward, create more of an angle for yourself, and then just let the hips sink back in. So we're going to go one more banded stretch, and then we're going to do some partner stretching to take us to the end of our stretch class this evening. Okay, lift that back knee. Create space for that front leg to slide back. Okay, step out. So we're just going to keep that band attached around the rig. We're going down into the ankles now. So slide the band just a wee bit lower on the rig. Okay. You'll want to move the mat the side on for this one. You're just going to be setting the knee down on top of that mat. And we're going to need to pull the ramp out. So this is our setup here. So we've got the mat set side on, we've got the band attached to the rig, and we've got the ramp lined up.
Okay, I'll show you this, the stretch first of all, so you know where you're going with it. So the band as low as you can get it. You're going to step forward until the toes contact the ramp. You're going to go left knee down and just pull that band to the shoelace. Okay, from there, you're going to try and get the front knee as far forward as you can. Okay, you can rest the torso on top of the thigh. You can hold on to the ramp and pull yourself into that stretch. The heel must stay in contact with the floor. You'll feel the stretch running up the back half of the leg and the squeeze through the ankle. Okay, so we'll set up that position. So we'll step in with the right leg. Okay. We'll set the left knee down. Okay. Step in the right, set the left knee down. Toes up on the ramp. Okay, and then from there, just pulling that band to the shoelaces. If you can. It's maybe a wee bit harder for you guys. Can you not get it? You start off maybe a wee bit closer, step that foot out and use the leg, the muscles in the leg to bring it to that position. If it's close to it, it's fine. That's grand. That's it. That's grand. Okay, so you want your toes fairly high on that ramp. Okay, from there, just rest the chest down on top of the thigh and pull yourself into that stretch. So that creates the dorsiflexion of the ankle. The band's pulling you deeper into that stretch, and that heel is in contact with the floor. So we need ankle mobility for our back squats, for our squat depth. So if you're performing a squat and you find yourself falling too far forward from the hips, one of the main reasons is that you struggle with ankle mobility. Work to keep the heel in contact with the floor as best you can. So it should be a real deep squeeze through the ankle. That's it. Again, just play around with that position, just find that stretch. Gently release that out. So I'd say stand up first and then take that step back. Okay, switching sides. So again, get yourself to that position whatever way you can. So step to the ramp. Yeah, for me it's probably easier to pull that band out. I'm sure it's heavy, that band, so yeah. That's it, and we're on the shoelaces, chest to the thighs, and just driving that body weight down. You got handles in the ramp again, you can pull yourself into that stretch, you can release off, pull in, release off, or you can just hold that static stretch again, whatever feels nice for you. That's, yeah, what is it? That's for usually we'd use it for heel elevated squats, or you can go heel elevated lunges, just puts more work to emphasis on the quads. But for us, it just allows us to create this angle of the ankle. And yeah, that's a fairly nice stretch. Yeah, it's pretty deep. No, it's a good one. As an area, you wouldn't really get the stretch unless you were using bands like this. So you can increase the intensity by elevating the front foot on top of a plyo box or a bench. The ramp's also good. And you can go weight. If we're trying to put our body weight on top of that leading leg, you can go a kettlebell on top of the leading leg, and it'll allow, you're just really trying to get the front knee over the toes, and that allows you to get into the ankles. Okay, we're going to release this off. Again, just step up. That's us done with the bands. Okay, so you're going to want to share one mat, so you'll set it long ways. And Shannon, do you want to be on camera or no? Or you don't mind? Okay, come over. Just sit down at the edge of the mat. And your feet nice and wide.
Okay, we go soles of the feet together, so you're in that like straddle position if you can go wider with the feet. Okay, you're gonna hinge forward and give me your hand. So I'm gonna pull you into the stretch. You tell me when you're at the edge of your stretch. Now, yeah. Okay, you hold that position for about 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then your partner would pull you in. Go on, keep going. Ah! Is that hold on for 10 seconds there. Okay, and we'll work for around 2 minutes. And then the last stretch, where you go, where you go? We go feet together. I might need to shuffle a wee bit closer. Again, same again. I'll pull Shannon into that stretch. Tell me when.
9.
Yeah, okay, 10 seconds roughly, and then pull me into the stretch. 9. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, so you just do that with your partner. So we'll go the straddle, and then the hip, and that will be us at the end of our workout. So nice wide, like make like wide to start. If your feet are too close together, you'll be more hamstrings. We want hamstrings and adductors. So just find your mat, find your position. Nice wide stance. Maybe we need a. What do you think of that? Might need to go Shannon. Shannon, if you swap. Stand up, Lisa. I don't know how. I think Shannon, you're a wee bit taller. Are you? Stand up. Yeah. I think you. Who's the tallest? The Karen, I think, and then Shannon and Lisa. Yeah. There you go. That's it. Yeah. That's it. That's Karen. You're loving that. Now you'll be going home saying, "I'm actually considered quite tall." Yeah. You go feet wide, you take, and then pull into the stretch. So hold for roughly 10 seconds, yeah? Roughly 10 seconds. So you count it, 10, 9, 8, and so on, and then you'll switch. So roughly 10 seconds. We're going to work for about 2 minutes in each position. So again, just relax into it. So we'll get about, 5, 6 goes. It'll be about 60 seconds each if we work for the 2 minutes. That's it. So each time you pull your partner into that stretch, we're just looking to go a wee bit deeper if we can. So the next stretch will be more hips and lower back. Okay, you're in the last 60 seconds of this variation of your straddle stretch. That's a great way to stretch. You're obviously going to be able to get a lot deeper. You'll be almost pulled beyond your end range. I'll tell you when. You got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Okay, 10 seconds, Carlos. Okay, good stuff. Okay, we'll stop that there. So we'll go feet now, stay as you facing your partner. You're bringing the soles of your feet together. You're driving the outsides of the knees to the floor. You clasp forearms, and then it's just pulling yourself into that stretch. So you got 2 minutes starting now. That's the one, that's it, yeah. So you'll feel his hips and lower back if you're getting far enough. So you'll actually have to lean back to pull your partner into that stretch. We're moving into the last 60 seconds of our stretch class this evening.
So we started from the top, pecs, rear delts, T-spine, lower back. Then moved into the lower body, starting off with the glutes, hip flexors, quads, front of the thighs were stretched out. Then had calves and ankles. We got 40 seconds remaining, girls. $20 seconds. Maybe once more each. Yeah, give Shannon one more. Pull her hard this time, Lisa. Okay, that'll do us, girls. That'll do us. So once you finish off your last 10 seconds, you can shoot on. So hopefully you enjoyed some of the stretches. You know, if you can remember some of those stretches, we have it on video here for the majority of them. So if you want to do some of those partner stretches at home, you could try them. One of them you just needed a Swiss ball, obviously, but those lower body stretches are nice. You know, if you're in before the sessions, we got the rig at the back. So you know, all those exercises, like the lower body ones, the banded lower body hip stretch, any squatting that we have is great for that. You got your couch stretch. So a lot of those stretches are really, you know, that they're really going to complement your program. So give them a go. I'll see you all hopefully next week. Have a great evening. Well done, girls. Well done. Thank you.